Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU and welcome to Brocolos tutorial slash playthrough. The moment has arrived, something that I have been waiting for so long. I get to conquer my enemy's capital, and I have been waiting for this for quite some time, as you know. So the enemy does have an army nearby that can defend it very well. I did want to have a little bit of challenge while slaughtering some civilians after all. But now I believe... oh, what's this? Oh, that's cute. I can change the notification type for the battle. Except I declared it, so it doesn't really matter right now. Anyway! Time to kill the enemy. Now, normally, if I was playing by myself, I would actually probably go into spectator mode. Now, you might be surprised, but I really do not trust myself in battles. I know I'm good when it comes to strategy. That is the good thing about me. The bad thing about me is when it comes to tactics, and I'm not very good with tactics. That I'm completely honest about it, and it's important to know your weaknesses, right? And this is my weakness, I am aware of this. But I should have a very ridiculous advantage nevertheless. My army is a mercenary army filled with the worst villains that... I have no idea where I'm going with this. Look, it's a good army, that's what I'm trying to get at. Alright, the enemy also has a good army, but that's all they have. They're not gonna get any more reinforcements afterwards, so I just have to hold out somewhere in a reasonably defensible area. Now, I do want to make sure that I can use my numbers advantage and the enemy cannot use their number advantage. So, this will be a little bit toughy. I'll have to be honest with you about that, but I think we can manage. So first things first, I do not want to stand where the banners are, except there is not a lot of spots. Now, I do not want to fight over here because I would not be able to have the enemy... Look, what I'm trying to get at is I really want the enemy to stand on those tiles so they can be few in numbers, and I'll surround them over here. But I'll not be able to spawn my army, and I'm the one with the numbers advantage. So, in all honesty, I should probably fight like right in the middle of the enemy. And that's what I'm going to do, more or less. So, I do want to have my Titans at the front. They are very good defensible units that can just, you know, take the damage for you, and you will not have to worry about anything. I think I want to put my hero in front as well. Now, the hero will probably get killed fairly quickly, which is not ideal because he heals. But what I do want to do is to protect my Kazanji, because he is the biggest damage dealer in my entire army. So let's think about this for a second. This guy, 5 movement, Kazanji only has 2, which is a problem. It's not the problem, however. I certainly am not going to put the Kazanji over there, but... even if I put the Kazanji here, this dervish will be able to 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, easily make it to my Kazanji. So I can't really protect my Kazanji unless I put him behind my army over there, which is not something I really want to do. Although, if I put him here, like right here, I'll be able to probably move to this tile, unless the enemy stands on this tile as well. And they probably will, they will have a higher initiative. So, if that is the case... then what do I do? Well, first things first, let's make sure that the Kasai stand in the absolute best locations, because I do need to make sure that I have some more reinforcements coming in, that being the stalwarts, which will be my meat shield. So let's see, I have 1, 2, 3 range, so from over there I will be able to attack. Same goes to any Kasai that will stand on this ledge, so I can remember that. Hero, I don't want my hero to just die, so I'll put him over here, so only one enemy unit can attack him. This way he'll still be possibly able to heal, although it is a little bit unlikely, I have to admit. Alternatively, I can put the Kazanji in here, which I'm kinda tempted to do, because this way Kazanji can fight. Even if he is attacked, he will only be attacked by one guy, and Kazanji in one-on-one scenario is still going to do kinda okay because of how strong he is. Now the hero I'm going to leave over here. This will be where my damage from the far comes in. Now the problem is that the stalwarts will spawn over here, far behind my army. It will take them forever to reach the enemy. So I'm basically fighting with what I have right now. If I keep this... if I keep my units positioned like I am right now. However, if I put anybody in here, on those tiles, those units will still be in danger, because the dervishes will be able to reach them and attack them with massive damage from the charge ability, no less, which is not exactly ideal. So I'm not too keen on moving any units to this area. Although it is tempting, what I could do is put my hero over here, make sure that he protects the Kazanji, and now the enemy cannot make it to Kazanji, I don't think. Even the dervishes. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5... no, there's no way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... no. they will need 6 movement, they have 5 movement, they cannot make it to Kazanji. And Kazanji might be able to make it to the enemy. Now the problem is, I'm far away from where I should be to heal my units, but I can... Ooh, I cannot stand over here. I forgot, because now the enemy can go through this gap, which is not exactly ideal. But what if I stand over here and have my units positioned like so? Now, there's no way the enemy can come through this side. But then again, they will be in a forest. They will be in a forest anyway. Everything is a forest over here. My Kasai are protected. There's a lot of morale bonus going on as well. Let's try it. I like it slightly more than the previous setup, I believe. So let's make it sure that I stay with this one. Alright, you move over here. You, if you can, try to move to this tile here and then attack the Yermak. You hold your ground, singles to you. You won't be able to move and attack anyway, I doubt it. And you, Kasai, also hold your ground as much as you can, except for you. I mean, you also hold your ground, but only have to walk into this tile. Now, can he attack anybody from this tile over here? 1, 2, 3... not quite, although possibly. I'll see, I'll let him attack whoever he wants to attack. As for the other guys... you stand where you stand, but you try to attack this guy if at all possible, and you... will definitely have range to attack this guy. I want to give him an order to attack somebody, because otherwise he might move over here and just stand here and not attack anybody, which would be not ideal, quite frankly. So, there's that. My stalwarts are gonna take forever to move anywhere. That is a problem. It's not the problem, however, so I'll just let them go wherever they want. As for you, Dirsa, you probably want to attack this dervish, and let's see what happens. So, the enemy goes in first. Unfortunately, the frame rate is very low, but there isn't really anything I can do about that. So there we go, that's the defensive matrix of the Titan, which did nothing, apparently. Now, it's supposed to do something, it's supposed to reflect damage onto the enemy. It did not this time around. Why? I am not entirely sure. Because it's supposed to reflect damage that this guy dealt, portion of this damage rather, and applied it to other people. Actually, I'm not sure if it's the portion of his damage, but I'm certain that there is damage that is supposed to be reflected and target, you know... Those guys were supposed to be had, that's where I'm getting at. Anyway, ooh, that's why I love the Kazanji. Now, he'll never be able to do the same thing again, I don't think, at the very least, because, well, of the way that the enemy is set up. They will attack my Kazanji next time. But still, things are going relatively well. I am going to lose the Titan, and probably my Kasao will be attacked soon afterwards, but... it's going okay. And my Titan actually got to attack as well, which is nice, because they do deal some damage. It's not like the Stalwarts that are just my meat shields that currently don't even do their job per se, because they're standing in the back rather than being a meat shield they're supposed to be. Anyway, let's try and heal my Titan if I can. Actually, do whatever you want, just make sure that the Titan is healed. You keep standing over here. Actually, let's try to move, that would be optimal. You see if you can attack this dervish. You also try to see if you can attack this dervish. You walk over to this tower, like so. You guys are in a good location, but you, dear Kasai, 1, 2, 3, yeah, he cannot attack this guy, he can only attack the other guy. That's fine. Let's just make sure that all my swords keep moving in the proper direction, that they don't just stand there and do nothing whatsoever, because that would be the worst. And the Kasai, of course, on this guy is just standing here, and he... well, try to kill this guy if you can, but he will not get a chance. They will probably all focus down on you. I hope the enemy will not get a critical. They only have 4% chance for a critical. And they actually... okay, this is it. Okay, so I think it's a bug. The graphics icon for this ability is displaying when it doesn't work. But when it did work, which you have just seen, the graphics icon did not appear. The graphics effect, rather. But the damage was indeed applied to all nearby units, and it really hurt the Earmax a ton. This is the only thing that Titans are good for. They are a pretty bad unit, stats-wise at the very least, and their abilities are not the best. But when you need to defend somebody, like I am right now, they are amazing. They are... I mean, you have seen what they did, what this guy did. He just dealt so much damage to those Earmax. And yeah, this battle is being won right now. And this is what money can do for you. You buy mercenaries that are almost as powerful as enemy endless AI's units, and then you can actually kill them. You do need to have a lot of meat shields. Or rather, not meat shields, but just literally meat that you throw at the enemy's walls to take down the enemy fortification and besiege the enemy. Which is why I was spamming and keep spamming those stalwarts. I need them for just that. But when it comes to fighting, I mean, you can see what those mercenaries can do for me. They are doing a pretty decent job. And as soon as this winter is over, I'll be able to get even more of those mechs, because my dust income will again increase, and I'll be a very happy panda. So anyway, you dear sir can now just, you know what, just kill the bastards. I don't care how you do it, just kill him. Kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him. You can be aggressive again, I don't even care. Make sure that this guy is dead. As for everybody else, you do your thing, because this battle is one there is no way the enemy can survive. Now, I apologize that this battle is also played at such a low frame rate. I probably should not draw your attention to it either. But seriously, shh, I cannot do anything right now. For whatever reason, it's playing at such a low frame rate, and yeah, no matter how much lower I lower the settings, it doesn't help, even if I go to fastest. So yeah, there's no point in me doing so. Anyway, Demon doing a pretty good job, and the enemy is losing the last year Mac. Ooh, and a critical. I do love using the enemy's units against them. That's so nice. I would love to keep this Titan alive as well, because he can heal. He's not a broker lord, so this would be kind of ideal, but he will probably die. The enemy dervishes will survive for one more turn. This will be enough for them to finish off my Titan, I think. Especially since my demon, I didn't tell him to move, so everybody's now waiting in line to strike and do something. Although this guy is actually going to kill dervish. Good, never mind. He is not. 25% chance to miss, but that was high enough chance, as you can see right there. Anyway, yes, you guys do whatever you want to. You probably just, I don't know, run. No, seriously, just stay here, just stand here and do nothing. Udir says, try to finish this dervish because he's right here, don't try to focus on somebody else, there's no point. As for Udir, you do something like this, so you at least move when you have the chance. But no, I'm going to lose my Titan. Unfortunate, because the voters are dying, they will never sell another Titan on the marketplace. And this guy was useful, as you have seen. He did his job. Oh well, we all have our little sacrifices to make. I'm sure his family will be proud that he died defending our homeland. Even though his family is right now dying because of the Necrophages, and he doesn't even have a family because he's an effing robot. Regardless, let's just imagine what we will and kill the enemy. That's what I like. Yeah, killing is fun. Unless I'm the one who's being killed, then it's less fun. But when you are the one doing the killing, then yeah, it's fun. Can you please kill him now? You have 75% chance to hit. Thank you. Much appreciated. You even healed yourself in the process. Very nice. Man, that's nice. Alright. Let's finish the battle so that the frame rate can again increase. I have no idea why the frame rate drops so much in a battle. This makes no sense. Everything is simplified, so it should increase rather than decrease. But now it decreases. It already is much higher, the frame rate I mean. So it's like whatever. Anyway, enemy city. It's kind of mine now. So it's nice to see you right over here. Let's have a quick look. What do they have? First of all, I do want to have a little bit more gold, if you don't mind. Actually, the enemy doesn't even have empowerment for whatever reason. What do they have? Seed storage? Yeah, we can destroy that. Thank you. You don't need this. And public granary. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna spend any money on that. Who cares about food? I mean, seriously. Advanced alchemy lab. Good, good. Very useful. I don't even have this technology yet, so again, I'm not gonna complain. A bunch of watchtowers, a Nidia village, and the gold extractor. Fine. Nothing too out of the ordinary over there. I was hoping that the enemy capital would have better structures, but then again, I was having it besieged for so long, the enemy was probably unable to even, you know, purchase anything or do anything inside said capital. Alrighty then. So first things first, let's make sure that this casa is with my main army, which is rather important. My hero is of course alive, because that's how it works. Let's put you inside the city, thank you very much, just because, you know, I want to have a defender in there, in case the enemy makes a beeline for me, although it will be a little bit difficult for them, because there is a city that is protecting this unit from entering my city, and those guys could theoretically make it, but I'll block their way. Anybody else who could attack me, those guys are also kind of far away. If I move, I will be able to stop them from doing anything. But let's see if the enemy is willing to cooperate now. We have a common enemy, dear roving class. Stop trying to be silly, surrender all your technology, and we can maybe survive the Necrophage onslaught. And then my onslaught will start, but whatever. Really? Okay, maybe the AI did not realize it lost its capital just yet. We'll give it a moment. I know it's probably a very traumatic experience, it's fine. I'll deal with that. Anyway, I will need to move those guys over here, more or less, so that the city cannot be captured. And I'll move you... I kind of want... Okay, so here is the difficult choice I have to make. I could try to capture some more cities, like Tuldrai. It has a lot of the enemy army, it's between me and the Necrophages, kind of. And, you know, capturing it now is easy. Right now, killing the Robin clans is really just an easy call to make. If I was not in a hurry, I would just do it and get it over with. And they deserve to die, you know it more than anybody, you have seen those series. But I'm really short on time, and that's the problem. I need to send this army up to the Necrophages cities ASAP. I need this war to end as a result. And sieging the city, sure, I'll kill all those defenders, but I'll have to fight with those guys, and that would be a lot of defenders. That would be 10, 17, 20 defenders in total. 21 in fact. Yeah. Could be a little bit difficult. Of course, I could then siege this city and then capture them both at the same time, which wouldn't be too difficult. I'd only have this army to deal with, in all honesty. Not a very difficult army to kill, as you have seen already. I would do pretty well, although those are Umax, are also reinforced. So yeah, I can kill the enemy now. I can kill the Roving class, no doubt about it. I don't think any of you are doubting it right now. But can I afford to try it? Or should I already start moving towards the Necrophages? I should start already moving towards the Necrophages. I really should. Well, I can connect one with the other. I can start moving my army in this location, so if I change my mind, I'll still be able to attack those cities. But if I don't change my mind, the Necrophages will be right there, ready for killing. So yeah, let's start moving in this general direction. So this is that. Yudir says, yeah, you know what to do. Actually, just stand here so I can put you in a city, so I don't have to pay for you. That's nice. A little bit of extra dust is always good to have. Alright, anything else, anything else, anything else? There's something next to Tara, that's Defender of the Week. Yeah, I don't care about this quest too much. There's this. Tale from the Dark Season is a really good quest. I'd love to complete it, but it's so far away, there's no way I'll be able to get there in 10 turns. And even if I will, like, I don't think I'll try. Let's just put it this way. Alrighty then, anything else I can do in my other cities? Soul Eater is just walking away with dust, that's good. I do want to have Dust Depository, but I couldn't buy it out right now. I need to buy, or rather to heal my units instead, it's more important. So yeah, let's finish the stand, see what the AI does now that I have taken their capital, and think where to go next. Necrophages? Or finish all of the Roving class? It all depends. If the enemy is willing to sign a truce with which also gives me a bunch of good technologies, then I'll absolutely let them do whatever they want. Live long and prosper, Roving class, I don't care about you. But if they don't give me good stuff, I'll have to attack them again and again, and again until they finally realize they're about to die. Because otherwise I will not get good tech from them, and I need to get good tech from the Roving class in order to have a chance against the Necrophages rather. So, they did not even message me about the fact that they lost their capital? Really? That's weird. Alright, whatever. My hero leveled up. That's the one in Tara, right? Yes, that's the one I put in Tara. Let's get more science on city. That's not a big deal. What I kind of want, in all honesty, inspirational leader now, just to get even more production. But for the time being, it's good. Let's get more science. Summer has returned. Nice. I'm gaining a sick amount of dust pattern again, which is important. Some things have finished making. That's Star Wars. They have leveled up. The Kasai has leveled up as well. Let's zoom out slightly further away because the slow frame rate is annoying me. 3 battles, but more importantly, AI. Are you now less mentally retarded? No! What? I took your capital! Your capital is mine! Have a look at... Dude, just have a look at the status screen. Do you see... Where is it? Wait, there we go, supremacy. Right, I was completely blind for a second. Yeah, do you see this? Roving class, you're a 0. And you'll forever be at 0 now. You cannot win supremacy victory. And guess what? I'm getting closer to winning it now. In all honesty, all I have to do is snipe the capitals for the other players. Or better yet, let the Necrophages snipe the Voters' capital, and then snipe the Necrophages and the Cultist' capital, and I win. Actually, that's an even better idea than sieging the cities, but I'll probably have to do both of those things if I want to snipe the capital. So my plans don't really change. Man, that said, it's gonna take a lot of Star Wars. Because I will not be able to heal them all. Now that I look at this graph, I will just have to throw them at the enemy and hope for the best, in honesty. Oh well. Population is their research. Yeah, they have 2 techs, but nothing more as of yet, so there is that. My score should have increased high by more in the last turn. It really should have, whatever. Military-wise, yeah, the enemy is going down. Nothing else to see there. I forgot to assimilate a faction, which is a bit of a problem, not a very big one. I will need the islands ones for the extra happiness. Actually, how much prestige do I have? Because I do want to get something nice. Like this. Oh, okay. I see. 595. But if I had this movement, I could maybe, just maybe, win. Or at least not lose immediately. So if I also get rid of that, that's 525 minimum influence I will need to pull this off. How much die do I need? I need extra 6 die. I can get 6 die quite easily, I think. Yes, it's kind of cheap. So to get extra 50% increase. What if I were to put all my cities, literally all of them, into influence production? Just for a quick second, it's important to check things like this out, because, you know, if I can give myself extra movement speed, then that is absolutely golden. I doubt it will work this way, but hey, you never know. Let's at the very least try. That's 78 influence per 10. I don't think it is possible in any way, shape or form. I have now moved all my population into influence production. 162 influence in a single 10 is a decent amount, especially if I were to use my die booster, but it's nowhere near enough to get me to 500 something. So that, I believe, is a dream that will not come true. I don't have the PANCZASU, do I? No, I do not. Alright, then let's see, what else is any decent? In honesty, everything is super expensive now, because of what I did. That being conquered another city. Extra happiness? Ooh, wow, even that is expensive. Let's think. Extra attack on units, I'll need that. 280 I will need. And I'll probably be able to get it. You know what? Let's try to get to 280. And if I can, maybe I'll also get the extra factions. So let's go back to the city screen and make sure that everybody is working on Dust as they are supposed to. So there is Gold Dramor. I did not even rename it yet. Wow. What a shock. Anyway, as for everybody else, you keep doing whatever you're doing. Smile, of course, that's also Dust. Tara is production, we know that. She's still giving us better benefit when she's working on production rather than Dust. Industry production, that's what I meant to say, of course. And everybody else just focus on Dust, so I have as much of it as humanly possible. And I'll have enough influence. I could buy out the dice, but I'd rather save my Dust and buy out mercenaries for when I can do that. Alright. Can I possibly get the deal out of the roving clans in some other way? Truce is going to be a necessity. So let's think. Is there anything they want? They really want Dust. So let's say I'll give them all my Dust. I'll give them all my gold even. And that's it for the time being. They really want Dust and gold for some reason. What about technologies? I'll need to have as many of them as possible. Not good technologies, just a lot of technologies. But it looks like they value them a great deal. Like Imperial Founding I want and need. And everything else, yeah, look at what is happening. Alchemical alloys they will give me for relatively cheap, but everything else, man, they really don't want to give me. If I could say so, I'd say that they overvalue the strength, because you guys are dead. If I continue this war, I could kill you out of spite. Do you realize that? He's laughing. He's mentally ill. There's nothing we can do about that. How about the truce? Alrighty then. I don't need to think about this. This video has been too short to end it now, and all you've seen really was a battle. But I need to think about this, so... Kill the roving class, or go for the necrophages. Kill the roving class, go for the necrophages. Kill the roving class, go for the necrophages. I don't know. I will not be able to get enough technologies from those guys otherwise. Do I have the technology for peace, by the way? I actually don't even remember. Let's have a quick check. No, I do not have this technology. I could get it and then try to see if I can haggle some kind of deal with the voters. I don't know what kind of tech they have, but they might have fairly decent tech. But those guys will not want to give me good deals because they're confident in the strength, just like those guys are for some reason. Man, this is a tough cookie to crumble. Do I finish off the roving class or do I keep the necrophages? I need a moment. Alright, so as you can see, I have decided to skip the end of last turn of Kara because I was thinking a lot and I was just moving my units and did the usual stuff. And by accident I also ended a new era as soon as this turn started, so you missed out on the cool chanting that you get when you enter into a new era. Sorry for the headphone users, by the way. You are probably dead now. Rest in peace. Anyway, yes, I'm now in the Age of Industry, which is nice. Maybe I have some good resources. It looks like I have something at the very least, so I'll be able to sell all those things. I now have access to better empire plans, like I could use them. No, I cannot. Statistical methods are obviously researched, so let's have a quick look. Can I go for this? Yeah, I knew I couldn't, but, you know, the other would be like, life? Nice, wouldn't it? Anyway, I cannot go for that. I can go for extra happiness, or I can go for extra attack. I'll go for extra attack. It's more important for me right now than happiness. Happiness is important. It both it lets your empire be much more efficient, and generally speaking, I prefer happiness to attack. But in my current situation, I really need. Now, in my current situation, I need attack. Normally, I prefer happiness, but right now, I need to be able to actually hit the enemy rather than be hit by the enemy. So, as you can see, I have, because it was along the way towards the Necrophages, I have moved my army a little bit closer, and oh wow, this was the Voters territory last time. Now it's not, and this was as well. Oh wow. Okay, right. Oops, that doesn't bode well. Right. Okay. Anyway, let's ignore that for a second. The map is going really red really quickly. Man, that's really scary. Anyway. Wow, I cannot focus, that's how scary it is. Anyway, I have Mithride located near Vareda, of course that's next to my newly conquered lands, and that's it for strategic resources, which are the best, but I have Dust Orchid. Usually I would be ecstatic about this, especially since it's in my home region, which is great. Next to Dust Water, which is again amazing for Brocolots. Problem is, I'll only start gathering them now. By the time I have enough of them to use them, the game will be over already, so it's not really big deal. It doesn't help me in any way, shape or form. So that's this problem. Wait, whoa, no. Why do you think I want to declare war? Oh, because I have somebody selected. Who do I have selected? I don't even know. Anyway, those guys are in battle? Really? Oh, it's probably because they are reinforcement for those guys. I see what it is. Anyway, I will not fight this battle most likely. I'll probably run away. But first things first. Why are you playing a Necrophages music game? I mean, I know why, they're about to win, but still, you could not do this. Anyway, there's a random settler in my lands right now for no reason. So obviously I'm gonna have to try and get him killed. And I'm not a dummy like the AI is, I'm actually going to make sure that he dies in a single turn rather than in two. I mean, it did take me 2 turns to kill him, but that's just because I wasn't able to... I had to use all my movement points to reach him last turn. So that's why this is. Alright, voters will be desperate to sign a peace treaty with me now, and I might be able to haggle some technologies off of them, so I hope they survive for long enough, because I'll need their tech. They probably have a lot of cheap tech that will boost me straight into Era 6. Still, I will need to kill Necrophages somehow, and this could be a little bit difficult. Anyway, as you can see, Tudrai is about to start taking permanent damage starting next turn, and I will use my army to make it happen ASAP. I do have to retreat some of my... not voters, stalwarts, but that's, you know, unnecessary evil per se. I'm fine with that. Also, this battle is stacked, so this will also be the end of my videocast as it turns out. But you know what I'll do now? I'll move my army in closer, and I'll capture the enemy 2 cities, or at least one of them. Because I need to move to the Necrophages territory anyway. This army cannot move inside the Necrophages territory because they close their borders. I would have to declare war. I'm not ready yet. I need more units on the borders. Although maybe I should start capturing right now. The enemy did capture a lot of cities already. Man, but I will not have dust for it. Because I need to buy some mercenaries quite badly. Are there any good ones actually? Or cheap ones than good ones? There's a lot of earmarks, that I can tell you for a fact. Too bad that the earmarks are kind of bad. There are dervishes as well. There are no Kasai, there are no Titus, there is no anything. Only bad units. They're not very bad, but they're not exactly good either, so I'm not too ecstatic about those earmarks. I'll have to buy them to have a little bit of damage dealing unit against the Necrophages, but yeah. Next video is probably going to be the last one, for the good or for the bad. Ladies and gentlemen, it was PANCZASU, also known as the Mighty Mix Spammer. If you enjoyed it, then you know what to do. Ow. Thank you very much for watching. I'm trying to write one last message. Get wrecked. Thank you very much, AI. You are now dead weight for this game, essentially. Just give me your tech and maybe Necrophages will not win. Thank you for watching and I'll see you online.